the story goes, baby, now I got the flow. Cause I knew it from the start. Baby, when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I'd win. Your love of mine. All those times I said that I loved you. Your love of mine. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. Your love of mine. Even though you knew I'd die for you. Your love of mine. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried. Return of the man. It is. Return of the man. Come on. Return of the man. Oh my God. You know that I've been there. Here I am. Return of the man. Once again. Return of the man. Top of the world. Return of the man. Watch my flow. You know that I've been there. Here I go. So I'm back up in the game. Running things to take my swing. Letting all the people know that I'm back to run the show. Cause what you did, you know was wrong. And all the nasty things you done. So baby, listen carefully while I sing my comeback song. Your love of mine. She said she'd never turn on me. Your love of mine. But you did, but you did. Your love of mine. All this pain you said I'd never feel. Your love of mine. But I do, do. Return of the man. It is. Return of the man. Hold on. Return of the man. Don't you know? You know that I've been there. Here I go. Return of the man. Oh little girl. Return of the man. What's my pearl? Return of the man. Up and down. You know that I've been there. Round and round.
Mark, stop lying about your big break.
Your love of mine. She said she'd never turn on me. Your love of mine. But you did, but you did. Your love of mine. All this pain you said I'd never.
Let me grab some here real quick. Hey, boy.
All right, let's see. No audio. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be incredible. So I hope everybody can hear me now. Sorry about that, guys. But what a morning we have already. It's going to be incredible, guys. And everything is on fire right now. Jonathan Pepin is just on a bunch of fish. It is going to be insane. Hopefully, guys, that works. Give me thumbs up if it works, please. Yeah, I think we should be good. Okay. Well, as I said, everybody's on fire, guys. Look, we've got 3 guys that are in. We got 3 guys that are in on limits. Look at this, Pepin, 92, over 90 inches already. I mean, that's insane. He's gonna be calling the rest of the day. Marcus Coates is on a frog bite. First time he's been frog fishing in his life. We talked before him starting, and he is just on fire right now. So it is awesome. These guys are coming out firing. They got their game face on, and then they are ready to roll. Let's go over a couple things here real quick. We're going to go over some weather. The weather, this is the radar. Not much going on, as you can see. A lot of our guys are in the okay. They look pretty good. It's just a little bit weather in the Midwest. It is, it looks pretty good. And with clear skies, some guys are battling a little bit of wind, but all in all, it looks like across the country. It looks like Michigan has a little bit of cloud cover here. Some Maine it has a little bit of weather off the coast, but other than that, man, these guys have pretty good weather today, and it shows. And let's see here. We got the temperatures here. Rolando, Nandon, man, 94 degrees. Texas is hot and 100 degrees. They're going to be doing some record-breaking temperatures. Florida looks pretty good with a little bit slight ocean breeze. And up in the northeast in Maine, 60s looks like there for them. Again, a little bit of wind in the Midwest, but all in all, these guys are going to be, they're going to be rocking it, man. A lot warmer temperatures than they had last couple weeks, and so they are ready to do some battle, and I'm excited. So, guys, if you're new to this broadcast, welcome. Again, we're going to be following along all day, but let's get to know our anglers a little bit better. Again, we've got 16 competitors, and let's get to know who they are. Here we go. That was freaking cool, man. I mean, that gets me so jacked up. Man, I wish my name was in that montage, man. Thank you, Chris, for putting that together, man. He's so talented. Man, we have such talent here. That was freaking cool, man. I don't know what to say. I mean, we act like we were professional broadcasters or something, man. That's just freaking cool. That's something like you see at the beginning of a hockey game, man. That's just incredible. So thank you so much for doing that, Chris. You've done a great job, man, in helping us out. That's Chris Delgado, one of our guys down in Texas, helps us out with our videography, and what a great job he's done. So, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get our favorite person, Mr. Todd Patrick, on the phone. Let's see if we can give him a call and kind of get his thoughts on today, man. I tell you, this is just incredible stuff. Let's see if we can get a hold of Todd. But what a awesome day. Yo, brother. What'd you think of that, man? What'd you think of that little montage? Did you be able to see it? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. As I said, again, I mean, dude, I'll be honest with you, not even the pro kayak bass fishing guys get this much talent. So, yeah, that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. So I think we had a little audio issue there, man. I had to get you back on. So I hope that works now. So as I said, what did you think of that? What did you think of that montage?
Oh, I thought it was really neat. I thought it was great that we were able to, reach out to, and provide, a little promo for the anglers that have made it to the Sweet 16, and it's only going to get bigger and better from here. So I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, man, dude, what a morning, dude. Man, we are on fire this morning. I mean, this leaderboard is lit up. I mean, this is a completely different story this morning.
Yeah, I just hit refresh. Looks like yeah, I mean Marcus has 4 fish with 75 1/4 inches.
I just say he's never frog fished. I think he's got the hang of it. I mean, he's got the hang of it.
He's got 4 of them on a frog at least. I've never caught a fish on a frog yet. So
well, man, Jake Zuvak just upgraded. Now he's at 80 inches. Marty Hughes.
Oh, that must just happened.
Yeah, it just happened. Marty Hughes is 82 1/4 inches. Jonathan Pepin, man, this guy's a freaking machine. I mean, who would have thought smallmouth like that is going to just absolutely dominate the board?
I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you sure did. You called it. You called it, man. But man, dude, these guys. I mean, I'm blown away. I'm just blown away. As I said, guys,
Yeah.
look, we watch a ton of fishing. We watch, Bassmasters and FLW and all these, other tours. They're literally competing with these guys. I mean, they're beating them this early. These numbers are not being put up on the Pro Tour.
No.
This is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, like you said, with Jonathan Pepin's got 92.75. I'm not sure how that smallmouth length and all that ratio works out in pounds, but John Pepin's got a 19.5, 18 3/4, 18 3/4, 18 and 17.75. He's going to call 2 of those fish. I'm going to call it right now, guaranteed today. He's going to, I think he'll call that 18 and he'll call that 17.75. I would say that's got to be over or right around a 20-pound bag right there. That's good fishing.
If you were Thomas Jett right now, I mean, and you saw that number being stopped on the board this early, what's going through your mind?
Well, if you're Thomas, you got to keep grinding because John's done it week after week. He did it last week versus Eric Siddiqui. And he did it the very first week. You know that's what John does. There's a lot of fish where he's at. And you just got to hope that you can get on the quality of fish that's going to let you compete. But like I said, last night in the preview show, I don't know how you pick against a guy like Jonathan Pepin right now.
You just can't.
I,
I mean, you just can't. But
you're not
but
gonna.
you know what? Thomas has got some fish on the board too. I mean, he's not going to back down. There's no way. As I
No,
said,
he's
like you
not.
said, he has 96 inches potential there. He's going to need every bit of it, man, to beat Jonathan.
Yeah, just like he said yesterday, he has 96-inch potential. When he fished the same place he's fishing today, a couple of weeks ago. Right now, he's got kind of like a smaller fish fest going on 15.75, 15 and a quarter, and a 15. He's gonna have to upgrade all those fish and catch two more. It's gonna be a huge uphill climb, but I'm sure he's in it to win it, and he's gonna grind all day. And we'll see if Thomas can catch up to John. If so, it's going to be something to talk about.
We are looking at the matchup. As I said, I think it's going to be a great matchup. It's Jake Zuvak versus Conrad Benetti, and I do think Jake's on Fellsmere, but Conrad's not. I can tell you that right now. Conrad is not on Fellsmere. I don't want to say where he's at. If he wants to give that information up when we call him, he we can. But that's a bold move by Conrad, not going fishing Fellsmere this morning.
I tried to call him out, and I tried to get him to beat his man one-on-one on the same water. That's something that I would have loved to seen. But he opted to go a different route. He thinks that maybe he can find a little bit bigger fish in some of these other spots that are opening up down in Florida that he doesn't really want to talk about. And we're going to have to see if Conrad can catch up, because right now Jake's got him with 80 inches, and Conrad's coming in at 46 3/4. So Conrad's biggest fish right now, 17. I think the rest of his fish are going to have to be called. That 17 might stay. But Jake Stuvak's got a 19.5 kicker already with a bunch of small fish, and he's going to call. Don't be surprised to see both of these guys probably in the 90s today.
Surprising to me already this morning, and I know we're early, but Daniel Perry and Doug Wilson do not have a fish on the board yet.
And that goes 180 degrees against Daniel Perry's MO throughout this tournament. He's been a guy that's got an early limit. He's had that early bite, catching the fish, swimming out the deeper, or coming in from deep and going out deep off beds. So if he's got zero fish, he's either got bad service or his bite is not going well on Gunnersville. And if that's the case, he might be in for a rough day.
I will tell you, the first round, Daniel did upload a bunch of fish all at once, and it came around the 10 o'clock Eastern hour when he did.
Okay.
So it's going to be, it could come in bunches for him, and he just has to find his school and see what happens. But Doug, remember right off the bat, it was 7:04 a.m. Doug put a 21 3/4 inch fish on the board, and he started early, and he whacked them all day. So as I said, I don't know. I mean, it looks like to me, Florida's on fire with Jake and Conrad with some early fish, and hopefully Doug can get on the board. Again, it could be cell phone service, but I don't know. Our friend Derek Brundle's on the board early up in Massachusetts with 43 3/4 inches. Let's see here. Matt Lisinman with 19.5 inch fish already this morning. That's pretty good. Pretty good start.
And don't be surprised with Matt. I picked against him yesterday. But after fishing on the same waters that Jonathan Pepin's fishing on, you're eventually going to find the same fish or the same quality of fish that John's on. So, it'd be nothing for Matt to, throw up in the 90s. He's still looking to get his first 5 fish limit of this tournament, and we'll have to see what happens. But 19.5 right off the start to start your day, you got to be excited and pretty hopeful that you're going to have a good one.
I want to do something, guys, real quick. I'm going to show you something that I use, especially in the tidal region. It's very important. I'm a big advocate of salooner fishing, and if you don't know what salooner fishing, those of you who are new to fishing, salooner fishing, fish are affected by the moon and the gravity pull. The different moon phases do different things to fish, and there's you just got to read up on it in very scientific ways. How nature really responds to the moon cycles. There's an app called Bass Forecast. We're not sponsored by them, we'll be happy to be sponsored by Bass Forecast. But I want to show you something that we use as fishermen, and you'll be amazed how dead on it is. It really is. It's really, really cool how you can use this thing. This gives you the time throughout the day, and what it does, it shows you, the different times and how the bass react to the different feeding cycles of where the moon's located according to where the Earth is. And you can see today overall for the nation, we have a 5.0 ranking in the Bass Forecast rating, which is basically an average ranking. Sometimes it can get up as high as 10, which is an epic time to fish. But you can see in the green area, if you look at this, it kind of gives you an idea of the bite window of when the bass will feed. And we're right there, man, right at Lines End. It's going to be a good morning. And to be honest with you, as you can see from the leaderboard, that Bass Forecast was pretty much dead on. And some guys threw up some major numbers right in that bite window. And again, I think they've exceeded the fair forecast. Some of them up north had a lot better outing than the fair forecast. The southern guys are, again, I mean, they're doing well too. But this is a really, really cool app. Again, we're not sponsored by them. Hopefully somebody at Bass Forecast would see this and definitely sponsor us, because I'm a big fan of their product. But this is a great way to kind of just get an idea of how your day is going to go. And it's let me just say this. It's not 100% perfect, but it is often more right than not. And so I encourage you, if you want to see what's going on in your area, download it and use it. I'm all about the more tools that you're able to use, to help better your fishing, the better you are. We also use in the tidal regions here in the Potomac River. We use this thing called tidesforfishing.com, and it really is a solunar, kind of like Bass Forecast. It uses solunar data to help facilitate your bite. And tidesforfishing.com, when you're fishing tidal waters or any kind of ocean area waters for bass or any kind of other fish, you really want to look at the cycles of 2 hours before the tide change. So typically for us on the Potomac River, the best time to fish is 2 hours prior to low tide. And what happens is if you're saltwater fishing or if you're freshwater fishing, the tidal change pulls the bait out of the creeks and pulls the bait out of the pockets, and what happens is those fish just sit on a point or in a grass, and they just, because of the current and the tidal change, it pulls that bait out, and it's just like sitting ducks, with the fish and whatever whatever kind of like crayfish and stuff just being pulled out by the current, and again, the fish just feed on it. So it's a really, really cool app. I highly recommend using Bass Forecast. So anyway, I'll tell you what, you ready to get some guys on the phone?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're gonna see, man. Let's see who we can pull up here. I'm gonna see if we can get Jonathan Pepin on the line and see if we can get an idea of what's going on with him, man. Yeah, let's try to get Mr. Pepin on the phone.
Be a good start.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Hopefully they got their Skypes on. Looks like he's coming on. Mr. Pepin?
Hello.
What is going on, buddy?
Not much.
Bull crap. Bull crap.
Well, if I have to drop you for any reason, I'm trying to move offshore right now.
Oh, no worries, man.
Some bigger waves, so hopefully I don't.
Well, be safe first, man. We can always call you back, man, for sure.
All right. No, I'm in a good spot right now.
Dude, what the heck? You are a monster. You are a machine, my friend.
Trying.
Yeah, 92 and 3/4 inches. I think you have on the board right now. You know, are you fishing shallow? Are you fishing deep? I mean, what are you doing right now, man?
Well, when I got out here this morning, it was really windy. So my initial game plan of trying to get offshore a little bit and getting size and numbers didn't really work out. So I just kind of stayed up in the river mouth and I had to sort through the males and the females, to get some size. I caught a lot of smaller ones too, but I mean to have a 5-fish bag again and then before 9 o'clock and already start culling fish. I mean, like the past, weekend. I mean, I'm pretty pumped up, but I'm bound and determined right now to cross the 20-inch mark because they're out here. But I got to get on them, man.
Well, John, I can tell you by your demeanor this morning already that you have your game face on, man. You're not playing around this morning, man. All the hugs and kisses and the getting to know the lovable Jonathan Pepin. It's a little bit different this morning.
Well, I was telling my parents and my wife last night. I said I don't know why. I said, but I feel like I'm under more pressure now than when I went up against Eric last week.
It just gets more and more intense, buddy.
I came ready to fish. This morning. I got 6 rods with all different kinds of setups, and I'm just trying to do what I can. I mean, I still got a full day ahead of me, but in the same instance, I'm fishing 5 different tournaments at the same time right now too. Whether it be the KBF monthly, the UPKA monthly, UPKA Battle of Peninsulas. Plus, I'm also in the big bass bracket for Michigan right now. So it's been a little bit confusing when I do catch a fish, but I'm at the point now where if I don't catch anything at least 18 inches, it's going right back in the water. So at least that's easier for me now.
Well, that's pretty daggone good. Todd.
Yeah. John, what are you throwing out there today, man? What's your game plan? What are you checking out there?
So far, I'm still just ripping tubes, man. I had a couple big bird's nests early on that I didn't feel like messing with, and I tried throwing something different, and I just didn't catch no fish with them. So I said, heck, quit it. Spent a little time, got my mess back out, and I'm just, like I said, just dragging tubes. Water temp like 51 right now.
How do you? What kind of tubes are you using up there?
I believe they're called. Let's see, Get Bit Baits. They're out of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Nice. Got to give a shout out to Get Bit Baits because they're putting up 92 and 3/4 inches for you today.
Yeah, and no sponsorship, but I mean anything helps.
Yeah.
But no,
So
like I said, my goal every day when I come out here is to just catch 5 fish and to be over 90 inches already right now. I'm pumped, and I just, like I said, I'm bound and determined to get some size today. I'm in a new area of water. Fish have been starting to move north, so trying to work a few things, and if things come down to it, I might even take a mile rip up the river and see if I can find anything that's been moving. So I don't know. We'll see what the day brings, right?
Yeah, for sure. It looks like you got nice, partly sunny, slightly overcast weather there.
Yeah, like
probably
I said, the wind's just starting to die down. It's still, when I first got out here, I had 2 maybe 3-foot rollers when I first come out here, but I mean that was from a chop earlier. That's why I didn't want to mess with anything earlier. I feel comfortable with my building, my kayak now at least, where I'm like, you know what, time to venture out, see what else I can find. I know where the fish are upriver if I have to go back there. Excuse me.
You got a little. Hey, you got a little competition for the daily overall because Marcus Coach just caught an 18.5, would have a 93 and 3/4 inch bag so far. So,
wow.
Yeah, just had to throw that update out there. But Pepin, you're doing you're faring really good right now in your matchup head to head. But for the daily overall, you're an inch out.
Right. Well, when it comes down to it, it only matters about me and Thomas, so that's all I care
That's
about.
right.
If I fall short of an overall bag, I don't
Thomas
care.
is-
I just want
yeah,
to get to that 8, man.
Thomas has got 46, so he's only got 3 fish, and he'll be calling all day. So it's going to be a good matchup.
Right on. Yeah, I'll be watching,
All right,
man.
buddy. Well, listen, you be safe, man. You keep on doing your thing, man, and we'll get back with you a little later.
Yeah, be
All right.
safe.
We'll
See you, John.
later.
Take care.
Yep, bye.
All right, that was Mr. Pepin. Let's see if I can get him off the line here.
Got a little pep in his step, don't he?
Oh my gosh, I tell you, man, he's got a little bit of a game face, man, no doubt. Why do I have a blue screen here? Interesting. I don't know what's going on here.
Did we completely hang up that call with
Yeah,
Pepin?
we did. But all of a sudden you turned blue here, so I'm not sure what's going on. Interesting.
Let me check it.
It's not you. It's probably me. But I'll tell you what. Let's do this.
Yeah, because I'm showing live on here.
I've never seen a blue screen. Interesting.
Let me look at the broadcast.
It's blue. It's blue. So I'll tell you what. Let me call you right back, man. Let me see if I can get rid of this blue screen.
Yeah, I think it looks like you might just have to unselect something.
Yeah, it's doing something weird here. So, all right, let me call you right back, and we'll get a hold of another angler. Okay, hold on a second. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, just crazy stuff, man. You know, technology. It's always good. But let me call Mr. Todd Patrick back and see what's going on here. I don't think it's going through. Let me try it again. Todd, is it online? Okay. Give me 1 second. We'll try this again. All right. He keeps on wanting to call me. All right, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that, bud.
Can
Yeah, I
you hear
can
me?
hear you, man. Yep. All right. Let's see. Should be coming up here anytime. All right. Let's see if we can get another angler on the phone. I'm gonna try. Let me see here. I'm gonna try Mr. Let's try to give Marty Hughes a call. How about that?
Yeah, it looks like Marty could be having some weather up there in Nebraska, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Yep, he could. Let me see here. All right. Let's see if we can get him on the phone here. Give the principal a call. Looks like he's picking up. Mr. Hughes? Not yet. I think we got him. He's trying. Marty Hughes. He's popping up now.
Hello.
There we go. Mr. Nebraska.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. I can't see. There we go. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah. Can you
I
see
sure
me?
can. Yes, sir. There we go. Good morning.
All right. How's it going?
Well, you tell me, man. You are lighting up the leaderboard, my friend.
Oh, well, I thought I was. I'm back in a flat right now where some bass have spawned. I got 7 right away, and then I had a giant one, and it broke my line.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I mean, it just. What's that?
well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're doing quite well for yourself, sir. Anytime you put a limit up that quick, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You are right now sitting in third with 82 and quarter inches, and Marcus Coates is on a frog bite. First time he's ever frog fished, and he is now leading the pack with 93 inches. And Jonathan Pepin is up in Michigan, putting up 92 inches. It is incredible. It is incredible the bite action going on. Right now. I mean, the leaderboard has lit up this morning.
Yeah, I want to get you one here.
Well, that would be amazing.
Yeah, like I said, I'll show you here in a second where I'm at.
Perfect. What are you throwing right now?
I am throwing a weightless lizard.
Weightless lizard. Wow. Is that a 6-inch green pumpkin? There we go. Man, that looks juicy.
Well, it is for my paddle right now.
Yeah. What kind of kayak are you fishing out of?
I'm fishing out of my Outback right
Okay.
now.
Sure.
I rented out the Kilroy today, so I don't have it.
I'm sure the drive's out, right? Yeah, definitely in that mess.
The drive is sitting under my legs. And I'm going to see if I'm going to a spot here that might have.
All right, listen, we'll stay on with you for sure, man. Get some live action for you working that lizard. But what kind of weather you got out there? Looks like on the radar it looked pretty good, but maybe some weather moving in a little later. But what do you got going on?
Well, the storms went north of us, so that was good. I got a brisk north wind, so the high pressure's gone. And when the wind came up, that's when I got that strong bite this morning, one after another. But I got probably 14 to 15 mile an hour winds out from out the north. But I'm behind some trees right now in this flat. Got a drag here.
Oh, do we have one?
Yeah, I got
Beautiful. Mr. Hughes putting on the show this morning.
There's a mucky bass.
Buck bass, okay. I
Yeah.
sure can. You're breaking up a little bit, but that's not a bad looking fish, man. What is that, about a 16?
Yeah.
I sure can, yes sir. There we go, man.
I need a 17.
17,
So,
okay.
yeah, this is about 16 and a half. There you go. Live catch.
You called it, my friend.
This is a 16
Listen,
here.
man.
16 and a half.
That's like Babe Ruth calling his shot
Yeah.
right there, buddy. He called it. That's awesome. Well, if you need to get off and measure that fish, man, we understand.
No, I'm good. I gotta get over 17.
Okay.
Anyway, Ronando, though, he doesn't have cell phone service, so we don't know how
He actually does. We're going to Skype him. I Skyped him a little bit early this morning. We tested out some stuff with him, so we're gonna get him on the line. I don't think he's on the board yet, but don't that doesn't mean anything for Rolando.
Oh, I know, man. He could get that bite anytime, and I haven't even hit my honey hole yet. So
Wow. Well, let me say this:
I'm waiting. I'm waiting
it's
until.
truly an honor to see Marty Hughes catching a fish live. I mean, does it get any better than that, Todd? Todd, you're on mute, buddy.
Hey, Marty, your two
Yeah.
smallest fish are showing 15.75, my brother.
Do what?
Your two smallest fish are showing in at 15.75.
Oh, I'll get 17.
That's
Oh,
confidence.
okay. He's confident like
I
that.
love it.
Gotcha.
It takes
Gotcha.
too much time to measure them. It takes too much time to measure them other ones. I can go get. I just wanted to get my 5 in right.
Well, we see that, man. Really, really cool.
Well, confidence is good.
But man, I'm gonna go pick up a bunch right now. Here, this flat is not productive today. I don't know what happened. Now I will say that a lot of the fish I caught early all had sore mouth, so somebody's been out here in this area fishing them. And the other thing is, now you don't have the rods behind me because I just land on the shoreline.
Right.
Because I have to go through some trees, but I'm gonna paddle up. If you guys want to stay with me, I'm gonna go get another one.
We will never say no to Mr. Marty Hughes.
Okay, if I lose my connection, so be it. But,
No, I got you, man.
you know what? I caught everything on though. Earlier was the Nico. I'll show you.
Wow.
Nico rig.
I got my own version, but there's my Nico.
Okay.
And
What kind of worms do you throw, Marty?
I use Z-Man Molten Craw. And Molten Craw is my favorite. I fished a different lake yesterday, and I caught them all on the Nico 89 in 4 hours. I thought that was pretty good for that time. But here we go. We're gonna get one here,
Let's
man.
do it,
You guys
man.
ready? Gonna get one. I don't know. I know where some are at. So
Now that drive that you got from Hobie, is that one of the newer breakaway drives?
no, it's 2019.
Okay.
I've got a couple of them.
Gotcha. I'll tell you a story.
I used to have the PA-12, but it was just too big for.
Oh yeah.
I don't have much angle there, but here, just a second. I'm gonna get one.
All right,
for you.
let's do it, man. As I said, the man's calling his shot.
I catch fish. I just gotta catch a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water's a little choppy out here.
We were just talking to Jonathan Pepin.
Had winds from the south yesterday.
We were just talking to Jonathan Pepin, and he said that he's fishing 2-3 foot rollers out in Lake Michigan. So as I said, he knows his watercraft and he knows what his limits are.
Oh my God!
But yeah, it's a little bit breezy up there for him as well.
Yeah. You knew about that trip Christine and I took, didn't you? It was 45.
I saw that catfishing trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I actually soaked my kayak that day.
Oh, I'm sure.
When I got it back to the shore. The waves.
Those who are new to kayak fishing, we don't recommend you going out with 3-4 foot rollers your first time out. It's a little bit daunting and scary, but these are very, very experienced kayak fishermen, and they know their limitations, and they know what their boats can do and what they can't do. But when you're fishing stuff like that, I fish the Chesapeake Bay a lot, and weather can turn very, very quickly. You just got to know how to maneuver your kayak, and again, know your limits.
Well, Christine doesn't have any.
No, she doesn't. She is ridiculous.
There, I got one. I got a good one.
Beautiful.
I thought it was a good one. I can't tell. Oh, he's taking me around. 1 second. He's pretty good. He might be 17.
Nice.
Nah, I don't. They always look big. I'll just grab him for just a second. There you go on the
There
Nico.
you go, man. The guy calls his shots. That's twice. Looking at him.
There's one. That's about 15 and a half.
Hey.
Here, I'll get another one. Just a second.
I love it. Rolando, are you taking notes, man?
Just a second.
This is awesome.
He's probably. Is he watching?
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I got to get a bigger one, man. Just a second. Just a second.
Hey, we're here, man. As I said, this is live streaming content, my friend.
Yeah, this is fun talking to somebody while I fish because generally I just talk to myself.
Well, you can always snip this clip, man, and send it to whoever you want to, man. Your fans and friends in Nebraska, man. This is great.
I'm on a pretty good side where they spawn. The wind's blowing into it. But the bite, the bite's supposed to be good right now. Coming up for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel fishy, you know.
No, I understand. I was talking about Marty. Do you use Bass Forecast app?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going over that before we called you.
That thing's it's pretty accurate.
It definitely is. I'm a big fan of it. As I said, we're not sponsored by Bass Forecast or anything like that, but it's just a tool, a really good tool for new fishermen or any fisherman really to kind of get an idea of what their bite window looks like, and it's been pretty dead on today.
Yeah. I just hope they heat up here. Man, even this good spot right now, I should be getting one about every cast.
Well,
But this side got pressured a little bit. I haven't been here since last Sunday. I don't even go near where I want to fish. So, doggone, there's this. Here, we'll go up a little further here. You guys still with me?
We're with you, man. We're just watching. We're watching the principal put on a clinic.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a clinic, but you know what? You gotta keep your lure in the water.
That's
man.
right.
That's the key. But this Nico, man, it's the bomb for me.
Marty, talk about your fit.
I
Talk
love
about how you
finesse.
fish a Nico or finesse. I mean, you're throwing it in the pockets. Are you just letting it sit and soak a little bit, or are you twitching it? Or I mean, what's your go-to? How do you get that bass to bite?
It depends, but right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to cast it right near where I think they're, and then I have to drop it. But generally, I have this little because it's kind of like a wacky, except it's vertical, you know.
Yeah, we're losing a little bit of signal.
Nothing happened. I'm gonna have a. Okay.
Yeah, we're losing a little bit of signal. Let's see if we can get you. Let's see if we can get you to a better spot. Okay. That seems to be a lot better right there.
Yeah, that area there is not real good. I don't know what's going on.
I think we've lost them. Marty,
Yeah, we were losing them there on and off for a bit.
Marty, we'll come back to you, man. You just keep catching them if you can hear me. But yeah, we'll come back to you, man, a little later on. But he is putting on a clinic, man. He is, man, he's showing us how to fish. Listen, how can you not enjoy that? He's caught 2 fish, called it out, and Man, what a great content there, buddy. That was awesome.
Yeah, and then that shows pretty good confidence for him to throw away about a 16.5 and not even measure
it's
it.
like 16 and a half, no big deal. I need 17 and we're moving on. Yeah, no big deal. Marcus Coates is in the lead, 93 3/4. Jonathan Pepin, 1 inch behind him, 92.75. Marty Hughes, who we were just talking to, at 82 1/4. Jake Zuvak with 80 inches. Patrick Tharp at 74.75. Patrick is coming out pretty hard swinging. Conrad at 65. He's got another fish on the board. Thomas Gent at 46 inches. He looks like he has about 3 fish on the board. Derek Brundle, again, 3 fish, 43 3/4. Matt Linsenman got another one on the board at 38.5. So we've got.
Yeah, he's got a 19.5 and a 19.
Wow.
That is the start to a great bag.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Guys, I think
he's in time zone, been fishing for 3 hours, and he's on pace to have a great day.
Oh my gosh, we need to get Mr. Coates on the phone. No doubt. This guy is jacked up. No doubt. He's jacked up right now. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. He's leading the board. We're going to talk to our leader here, and he's doing something different that he's never done before. That was a bold move, and it's working out. So I think he's found a new way to fish. Let's see if we can get him on the line. It is. Let's see here. It takes a little bit to come up. Let's see what we got here, bud. I can hear you. I haven't seen you come in yet.
Is the camera?
It hasn't come in yet. It takes a little bit of time. There we go. There we go.
I'm in the middle of a windstorm. Otherwise, I'd catch a fish.
Bro, 93 3/4, man. Come on, lay the hammer down.
That was my first 5 fish.
Unbelievable. All right, man. You made the move. You went to a different lake. You talked to a couple guys, said that there was going to be a strong frog bite. You bought some frogs this week. You never frog fished before in your life. We talked this morning. Dude, bold move paid off so far.
Man, so right out the gate this morning, I was seeing fish blow up on shad, and I wanted to throw my fluke at them so bad. And I actually did at first, and then I stopped myself and said, man, I just got a feeling I lost about a 14 or 15 incher on the second or third cast off my fluke. I said, all right, so I put the fluke down, and I picked up the frog. And, I mean, as soon as it hit the water, I did 2 twitches, and you just see, it was like a vacuum, just sloop. And I almost set the hook immediately. I said, wait. Greg said, wait. And as soon as I set that hook, dude, I'm talking about he just came to life. It's about I guesstimated it 4 or 5 pounds, I think. I mean, it was a stud 19 3/4. It was real fat. It actually looked like a pre-spawn fish, even though I'm pretty sure they're spawned out. But then I just started going down the reed grass, and, it was one blow up after another. I missed a bunch of them, but the ones that I did catch were high quality. And, man, it's just, I came into this thing confident, and I've just been out here fishing. And, of course, catching big fish right out the gate. I think my smallest one is like, 18 1/4?
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's Todd's got the stats right in front of us, in front of him. But dude, what a start, man! Have you ever started a tournament like this?
I have never. I don't think I've ever put up a 90-inch limit in a tournament besides a month long or this series. So, and this is my biggest bag so far of this series. So, man, it's been a heck of a day. But I tell you what, my favorite problem I have, I don't know how I'm going to call today, but I guess that is a good problem to have.
That's a great problem to have, for sure.
You know what? I just watched a bullfrog get 8 right off the top of the water.
Well, let's see you catch one, buddy.
Yeah, your smallest, Marcus, is an 18. You got an 18 1/4 and an 18 1/2. So those are all, potentially callable fish there for you.
Man, I got to get into some 20s. I know I got to get into some 20s. I'm not 100% comfortable that a 93 and 3/4 would actually take this from Jeff Isham. I know it's a good start. I'm still confident that I'll pull up higher. My prediction for the day was 98, but I don't think 93 and 3/4 is enough to take it just yet. But if I get up here about a little ways more, I'll have a fish on camera for you. This wind has picked up. I mean, it's actually ripping pretty hard through here, but I haven't had any sunshine until just now.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's been overcast all day, and all you could hear besides the wind is just these loud bullfrog croaks. And as soon as I started hearing that at 5 o'clock in the morning, like I was all jitters. I couldn't wait to get on the water. And but if anybody out there, if you've never frog fished, you gotta at least go try it.
Well, yeah, you are definitely putting on a master clinic on frog fishing, man. That's the versatility of who you are, man. And as an angler, not too many people can just pick up a frog and do what you did this morning, man. It takes, I mean, sometimes it just takes years of practice, because like we talked about this morning, man, we do a lot of frog fishing up here in Virginia because of the snakeheads and bass and the lily pads we've got here on the Potomac River. And, when you put up a frog, you just can't just throw it out there and wind it in and expect to catch a fish. There's a technique to it. There's a cadence to it. And you have to be patient, because the natural reaction when you see a blow up is to set the hook. And it's just the opposite of that. You have to let the frog sit in the bass's mouth and then set the hook about a second or two. And, we talked about that this morning, man. And you were a quick learner. And kudos to you, man.
Man, I got to say, I got lucky on one of them. I was trying to be patient with the hook set, but he hit it so hard and so fast, he kind of set the hook on himself. I mean, it went from slack line to hammer down in the blink of an eye, and he was going as fast as he could through the bottom of that hydrilla. But again, that's why we throw a frog on high braid. Yeah. That braid, it's not like fluorocarbon. That braid will just cut through that hydrilla. It doesn't really pull up with it. So, that's another thing to mention. If you are going to go try a frog out, I wouldn't throw it on mono or fluoro, because the bite is big. You want braid and a heavy rod.
Oh, there's no doubt. Well, man, listen.
Hey, Marcus, I got a question for you. What frogs did you decide on going with? What frogs you throwing today?
I'm actually throwing. I got a recommendation from Jason Willis to throw a Booyah pad hopper, I think it was, or pad crusher, something like that. But the bait shop I went to didn't actually have them, so I got what they got. I got a whole bunch of these Spro frogs, the Dean Rojas, whatever it is. It's not a popping frog. I guess you'd call it a walking frog. Don't even know what color I'm throwing, but whatever it is, they like it.
You'd be making Brad Case proud throwing a Spro frog there.
Well, hey man, Brad Case isn't in it anymore, so someone's got to hold up his legend, right?
Yes, we got to keep a frog fisherman in the event. Maybe you can take over that title and you can frog fish your way through this.
Well, man, I really, the only reason I even thought about a frog, I knew I was going to have to put big fish up against Isham. I knew I was going to have overcast for a little bit today. I didn't think it was going to be this much, and I knew the wind was going to be in favor of my areas. So, I said, you know what? I'm literally going to swing for the fences. Now, normally you would hear that speech at the end of, I only got 60 inches day, but today you're hearing I swung for the fences and it actually worked.
Well, you called it out yesterday. You said you're going to be swinging for the fences, and you did that. I mean, 93 and 3/4 is a good start. Like you said, you've still got to grind. You know that Jeff's got the potential to put up a mid to upper 90s any time out there on Fairfield Lake. So it's going to be a fun matchup to watch throughout the rest of the day, because it's still pretty early. You're only at about 9 o'clock out there, so you've only been fishing for 2 hours.
Oh, that's a good one, I think.
You got one?
Yep. Hold on.
What do you throw on this time? Look like you're throwing something on a spinner. Set up.
Yeah, there's a fluke.
Fluke. That's a pretty green fish. That's probably what, 16 3/4?
He might hit 17. Let's see. Oh yeah, 18 on the money. You said my smallest. You said my smallest is 18.
Yeah, if you can get 18 1/4 out of him, he's worth playing with.
Oh, there ain't no way. But man, let me tell you something. When this fish doesn't cull, that's a good day.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good day.
So how you throwing your fluke? What kind of flukes you using?
So I'm using a Zoom Arkansas Shiner, weightless.
Okay.
And I throw it. I actually throw it on a smaller hook. I know a lot of people that say, "Oh, you're fishing Florida strain. I'm going to go out there with a 4 or a 5/0 hook or an extra wide gap." Man, I throw it on a normal shank hook. I'm actually using a 2/0 right now. One thing that is my opinion that differs from a lot of people. You get a lot more hook sets with a smaller hook, in my opinion. It's just like when you're brim fishing with a bobber. That little bitty brim hook will snag on everything, including lips of people behind you. But you put a big jang hook on, and it's just going to slap stuff out of the way. So I downsize my hooks. I usually use 2 and 3/0, and it's when I'm working my cadence, I make sure that fluke that you can see the top of the head on top of the water every time you stop it. That way, when it starts sinking, it goes down nose first, so it looks like a wounded shad has came up and gasped for air, and then it's going to go straight down to the bottom and lay on its side, which a lot of those wounded shad will do.
Yeah, that's a good presentation. You obviously have, with your years of fishing, learned that technique, and that's something that's very valuable information on how to work a fluke for these people out here that aren't familiar with fluke fishing. So thanks for giving us that information, Marcus. Appreciate that.
All right, it's no problem. Just before you guys go, just want to say a quick prayer for Jeff Isham. I know if I'm dealing with this heavy wind, his is even worse where he's at. I hope he's out there grinding and doing well. I know he doesn't have service, and shout out to all my family that are watching this. Man, this day's for you guys. So we're just gonna keep out here and keep grinding.
Let me tell you, man. We've already have comments, from your family here, man. Your sister's on board, and man, they're excited to see, man. They woke up this morning, they saw your name on the leaderboard, man. They are, they're absolutely thrilled right now, man. So you have, of course, Arkansas rooting for you, but Arkansas versus Texas, and man, you're making your up. Here we go.
Oh God! Holy shoot! We'll say shoot. That ain't call either, but it ain't a little bass. Come here. I don't want to use it. Oh,
there you go.
That sucker went nuts, man.
Get him, man.
That's two. Two on camera, just like Marty Hughes.
Bring it, Marty. I'm coming for you, baby. I'm throwing 16 inchers back too.
The boy's working, man. It's incredible. This is awesome, man. This is awesome to see, bud.
Hey, Marcus, what kind of sponsors you got out there, bro? You got all kinds of them on your jersey. You want to talk about any of them?
Yeah, so I'm going to do this. No paddle in my hand, just so the fans can see. Big time supporter of Windows USA and New Canoe. I wouldn't be able to be out here doing this if it wasn't for them. Rocks Outfitters in Mountain Home, Arkansas. It might be Mountain Home. I'm having problems thinking right now. Last Cast Customs. They're the ones that paint my crankbaits and hard baits, whack them and stack them. Custom Baits does all my soft plastics for the most part. And ZR Custom Tackle, man, you don't find any better Neds or shaky heads in the game than ZR Custom Tackle.
Well, very good, man.
And I'll go ahead and say, I don't represent anybody that doesn't treat me like family. So all these companies are big time supporters of kayak fishing. They all treat me like family and treat everybody else like family, and that just makes the day easier.
No doubt, man. I mean, it's, sponsorship, it's like any kind of business relationship you have. It's all about relationship. It's not about transactions. It's about relationships. And if you can't get along with who you're representing, then, don't even bother doing it, man. But, it's all about, the give and take of the business, man. And again, you got to feel comfortable who you're dealing with, man. So, Lila Coates is on, says, let's go fishing. Guys, let's go, Mark. Mama is proud of you, son. So your mama,
That's my
your
mama.
mama is watching and very proud, buddy.
One more shout out I do want to give. Chris Garcia out of South Texas in Corpus. That guy right there is my alarm clock. He pulls all-nighters every time I have a tournament just to make sure that I am up at 5:30 in the morning to get ready on time. So shout out to Mr. Garcia for making sure that I'm never late on the water.
Well,
You always got to have somebody that helps you get on the water.
You bring up a good.
That sucker there's the best alarm clock in the book. He don't give up. It don't matter if it's 10 calls or 40. He gonna make sure you're awake.
Funny, man. It's racing towards the boat.
Oh man, I don't know how big he is. This one might pull. No, it won't. Never mind.
That's not bad there. Look at him, put it on the
It's
show.
another 16 incher. Just fat bass, man. I don't care what Jonathan Pepin's smallmouth look like right now, man. He ain't catching them on top water, and that's my way to fish.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious, man. Well, Marcus, man, you keep on doing your thing, man. We're gonna leave it at that, man. You stay safe out there, buddy, and you just keep on keeping on, buddy.
Hey, brother, like Joe Dirt said, we just gotta dig it, baby.
Well, you are doing it.
Be safe
Take
out
care,
there,
man.
Y'all take it easy.
Bye-bye. Mr. Coates is putting on a show. That was pretty cool, man. Another fisherman catching fish live.
Hey, I got a suggestion. How about the guy that I called to start laying this hammer down, Patrick Tharp, because he just took over third overall for the day with 83.5. And I told you guys yesterday, if that power plant lake bite heats up, he owns those places, and he's going to be a hammer to be reckoned with. So I would suggest getting a hold of
Let's try to give him a call for sure.
Patrick.
All right, let's see here. Let's see.
I think he had 3 emails with the same name.
He did, man. That's the thing. He did. Let's see.
Marcus got him on the first try last week. And Suvac and Benetti are sitting 14.25 inches apart.
Wow.
And Benetti's only got 4 fish. So his next fish to 14.25, they're tied. Anything bigger, Benetti takes the lead on Jake Suvac.
Let's see if we can get Mr. Patrick Tharp on the line. I hear somebody.
Hello?
Mr. Tharp.
What's going on?
Man, you are putting up a show right now, man.
Oh, I'm just trying to find some bigger fish. I checked the standings and I saw those 2 19-inch smallmouth. It kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah, 19.5 and a 19. That's a good start to match day. You got any camera we can get on here? Or are we doing?
Hold on. There we go.
All right, let's see if you pop up here. Should pop up.
What a nice looking day down there in Illinois.
You go, buddy.
It ain't too bad. Not too bad at all.
Patrick,
Were you able to hit up St. Chris?
Yes.
Nice.
It's not as busy as it was yesterday, but it's still pretty packed. But at least I'm able to fish it.
Well, good stuff, man. I hope you caught the Sweet 16 preview show because I
did.
made sure I wear my Bears jersey for you, buddy.
I saw that.
that was for you and Pepin, the Packer fans.
Oh, all right. I appreciate it.
Oh man, well tell us about your morning, man. What are you fishing right now?
So I'm just kind of fishing. I call them water willows. I don't know what they're actually called. You might be able to. Hold on, maybe I can flip this around. Maybe if I can do that. I don't know how to do that. Nope, that's not it.
He just took a snapshot.
I don't know how to use all this technology.
That's all right, but just
I'll
turn the
tell
phone
you
around.
what. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see. It's kind of hard to see, but they're like, I don't know. It's like reeds, but they're underwater, and they just usually grow to like the top of the water in the middle of the summer. A lot of the males have moved up. I mean, the water's 60 degrees, but I've caught a few females. My bigger fish have been females, but just the big ones haven't seemed to move in yet. So I'm not sure if I need to change something up, or maybe they'll move up as the day goes on. But I'm just throwing a chatterbait and a black and blue jig, just swimming it and flipping. But that's pretty much it. Just kind of going around the lake, hitting coves, main lake spots that I know they spawn. So hoping to run
Joe,
with a giant.
what kind of water temperatures you said you're at 60 degrees?
Yeah, it's about 60, 61 main lake, and then once you go back into coves, it gets in about 63, 64. So that should come up during the day, because I think it's supposed to be about 80 here today.
Oh, that's
so.
going to be exciting, man. Hopefully you'll get that afternoon bite, man, for sure.
That's what I'm hoping. I came out here yesterday just to kind of check it out, and I didn't get out here till 9:30. I fished till about 3, and I caught probably 30 fish. So I'm hoping it'll keep going throughout the day.
Todd has put the pressure on your buddy. He's saying that he got a little intel that you could be putting up mid 90s, mid to low 90s today, and be a favorite to win. It's nothing like added pressure.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen at this lake. I mean, I've had multiple 100-inch days out here all throughout the year. I mean, if the bites on a usual day out here is 95 to 98.
Oh, my gosh.
If temps come up and these big fish could happen.
Wow.
So, yeah, it could be exciting. We'll see.
Well, I mean, as I said, you're off to a great start, man. I mean, it's – I don't know. I'm a big advocate of Bass Forecast, the app, and we were talking to Marty Hughes about it. But it seems like it's been dead on, especially in the Midwest where you're at. But it seems like it's been dead on this morning where the bite window opened up, the time frame. So, you guys are doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, hopefully it keeps up and we get some good action all day. But
hey, Patrick. What kind of sponsors you got, brother? You got any sponsors? Anything you like to give shout out?
Catch Outdoors. They're actually Duke and his cameraman are actually out here today following me around.
Very cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
What's up, Duke?
Can you?
And then
show us that real quick.
What? The catch board?
Yeah, Duke.
It's Duke.
He's way back there. I don't know if you can see him or not. Yeah, they're out here. Some other people came out. Susie Roloff came out. She's on the catch team too. So there's a big group of us out here just hanging out. And the other one is Send It Rods, which I build them myself. I wouldn't really call it like a pro staff, but
well, yeah, I know that's the ultimate pro staff. You own it.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, those are really the only two. Catch helps me out quite a bit. Best boards, in my opinion. They sink, but you don't worry about breaking them. Yeah. I've never had a problem dropping mine yet.
They're solid. So. They're solid, man. I always tether mine.
I mean, I always just mount mine on the front hatch. It's out of the way.
Nice.
Very cool.
I'm looking forward to Catch's new plastic board, the poly board that's going to come out this summer. I'm looking forward to it.
I haven't got my hands on it yet, but it looks pretty awesome. I've heard from some people they really like it so far. So, I mean, I'm curious to see put it through the test. When they finally come out.
Well, Patrick, I wouldn't rest on your laurels because your opponent Matt has put up 2 19-inch fish already this morning, and if he keeps up that pace, he's going to be close to the 100-inch mark.
Absolutely, it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens, but. I'm excited to be in the Sweet 16 and fishing.
Yeah, man.
So.
Well, again, man, we appreciate your support, man, and fishing with us. And, man, we wish you the best of luck. It's going to be a grind all day. And I think this is going to come down to the very end, especially if your evening bite, your temperatures warm up, your evening bite should pick on. We are turning off the clock or the standings for the last hour, and I think that last hour is going to be epic.
I think so. I mean, yesterday when I came out, my biggest fish came between 2 and 3. So – we'll see.
Absolutely.
I keep saying that, but I mean, anything can happen out here. I mean, you can roll up on a bank and catch 5 20s and 10 casts. Wow. So it can happen.
Yeah, it's only 9:20 a.m. So you've only been out there for about 2.5 hours. You got plenty of time to go.
Yeah.
Looking to see you get up into the 90s, Patrick. I'm rooting for you, brother.
All right. Thank you, man. We'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, stay safe out there, man. Keep putting them on the board, man. We're excited to see it.
All right, we'll do.
Man. Take care.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
These guys, man, I'm telling you, it's just a different level right now. I mean, it's just these guys are just I think they're having more fun. They're confident, a lot more confident in their abilities. They didn't really know going into the first round or two what to expect, but these guys, man, it's just a different mindset today. It's like game on. You know what I mean? It's game on.
Yeah, I got someone that just said game on. Jake Suvak says, "How about a 19.25 for you, Benetti?" 84. It took over third place from Patrick Tharp right as that phone call hung up. 84 and 3/4 inches for Jake. He's got a 16, a 15.25, and a 14.75 to call. Jake is on his way with a 19.5 and a 19.25 to have a monster bag today. And Fellsmere might have caught on fire.
It may have, but I'll tell you what, let's give him a call. Let's talk to him this morning and see what he's doing. Again, he's not a keyboard warrior, all the memes against him, and he is he's showing Benetti, talk is cheap. Let's see here. Let me get him on the line. We're actually having pretty good luck getting our anglers on the phone. I'm pretty excited. So let's see if we can get him on the line.
Yep, that's a legit 19.25. That is every bit of it.
Very good, very good. Mr. Sufak.
What's going on?
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Feeling good right now. Good start to the morning.
I understand, man. Dude, what a start. Great start for you this morning.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually lost one, too, that would probably have me sitting around 90 right now.
Man.
I just didn't get a good hook in it. It got it to the boat and couldn't quite get it.
Well, listen, man, you have been the brunt of memes all throughout the kayak bass fishing world, man. You catch your silence, and you had an interview with Marcus and said, look, man, you're just going to let your fishing do the talking. And right now you are putting a smack down on Mr. Benetti. And, you got to feel pretty confident right now. Did we lose him?
That's right. It's been a long day, and I could turn around in 10 minutes in these waters.
That's right. We were trying to get Mr. Benetti to fish with you on Fellsmere. I don't think that's happening. I think he might be off Fellsmere. I'm not 100% sure where he's fishing, but I don't think he's fishing where you're at.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He talked to me about possibly doing it, but I don't know. I don't think he did.
Yeah, that could cost them, man. That could cost them. That's a pretty bold move.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I actually did something.
Here we go. Come on. This is unbelievable. This is 3 in a row. Is that going to call? Come on, baby.
It's going to call.
He's quiet. He's confident. Let's see him.
Not that great. Just it might call, but I don't think it'll make it to the end of the day.
Very nice.
That's a 15.5.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Well, good. But do you need to use the phone to take the picture?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I will.
All right. Let's get a measure on him first, and then we'll hang up with you and get back with you a little later.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Looks like you got 2 fish in the last about 10 minutes or so. So your bite might be on. So you got to get that lure back out there.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Good luck.
Hold on. Let's see what he has
Appreciate
here. Let's
it.
see what it is.
See, we got 14 3/4.
That's your small, I think, already.
Yeah, I think I'm at like 14.5.
Yeah, I'm showing a 14.75 is your small, and then a 15.25 and a 16.
All right. I couldn't remember if I know I had a bunch of 14s earlier today.
Well, there you go, man. Are you throwing a jackhammer around right now?
No, man. This lure company I really like. It's called Mr. B's Lure Company. I started using their jigs, and then I started using their chatterbaits, and they stick fish and they hold on to them. It's nice. They got some really unique patterns too that I like.
What kind of trailer
What kind
is
of
that?
trailer are you doing?
That's just the Yamamoto. What is it? Seiko
Yep.
swim bait.
Is that a diamond patterned blade there?
That's what I'm
Okay.
working with.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
sure
see that?
can. Yeah. Very cool, man.
Yeah. It's been working today.
We can see, man. We can see. Well, listen, keep up the good work, man. And, as I said, man, looks like you have great weather out there. It's supposed to be good all day and doesn't look like a bunch of wind. So hopefully that afternoon bite, you'll tear it up as well.
Yeah, I mean, usually when I come out here, my bigger fish come in the afternoon. So I might have a lot to look forward
Well,
to.
Jake's taking on Conrad Benetti, and it looks like, as I said, Jake's put the hammer on him already this morning. But, man, you stay safe out there, buddy, and look forward to talking to you a little later on today.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you later on then.
Hey, Jake, I got a question for you real quick.
Yeah.
Tell us about that vibe you're in, brother.
Oh, yeah, I got the Shearwater 125. I actually drove up to Georgia on Wednesday to pick it up. Yeah, I got the pedal drive. When I'm fishing it now, I can't really be using it, but yeah, it's been awesome, man. I cannot believe the stability. It's got a ton of space in the 12.5-foot kayak, and it's been incredible. I have not been on a kayak this stable before.
Yeah, it's a sharp kayak, and I seen it into the Shear 125 being on Vibes Pro staff, and was curious to how that's treating you out there on the water, because it looks like a lot of people are starting to pick them up, and real good looking kayaks. And just wanted to let you talk about Vibe for a second, so just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like I said, it's unlike any kayak I've ever been in before. I've always been able to stand up in kayaks, but man, this is something else. It's just like I can walk around this thing no problem and not feel unsteady at all. It's got this, I don't know if you can see it. It's got this, I'm upside down, but it's got this perch right here. So the seat actually folds down, and not something I'll use so much for freshwater, maybe more in saltwater, but the seat folds down, and it gives you a platform on the back of the seat to step up onto, and it gives you another 1.5 foot of
wow.
That's really cool. I've got the Maverick 120, and I don't think I've ever seen – I've got a Hobie Outback, and I've got a Maverick 120. And the Maverick 120, I don't think I've ever had a kayak that tracks that smooth in my entire life. It's amazing.
Yeah. Actually, my fiance likes to fish in the Maverick, and I've been on that. That thing's awesome, too. Very stable. And believe it or not, I actually think that the Shearwater is a little bit more stable than that Maverick.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Well, kudos to you, man. You're representing Vibe very well, man, and they have a lot to be proud of. And as I said, we wish you the best, man. We'll catch you this afternoon. Keep it on, buddy.
Awesome. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
People just catch fish live, man. They just like the attention. They catch fish.
I mean, so much for the camera curse, man. I mean, what's that? Is that 3 in a row? Is that right? We had Marty Hughes.
Yeah. Marty caught 2, Marcus caught 3, and Patrick didn't catch 1, or did he? Yeah, he did.
No, Patrick Tharp. No, he didn't. It's 3 out of 4.
But
yep.
Jake did.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah,
Jake did, man. Thomas Gent with another fish on the board, 64.5.
Yeah, he actually put up his biggest fish of the day. He finally got out of that 15-inch range. He's got an 18.5-inch. That's the range he needs to be in today to compete. He needs the 18.5s, and he needs a little bit bigger. But if he can get on that 18.5 plus bite, he's gonna give a run for the money for his matchup.
Guess who just put another fish on the board as we were speaking to Jake? Mr. Conrad Benetti, 83.25 inches. He is now 2.5 inches behind Jake Sufak.
Yeah, it looks like Conrad just put up a 17.5-inch fish. He's got a 19 as his kicker, 17.5, 17. and then he's got two guys that are they're going to have to call for him today for him to have a chance. He's got a 15 3/4 and a 14. So this Suvac and Benetti matchup is heating up, and I don't know. I'm curious to hear what Benetti's got to say.
That's what we're going to talk to right now. Let's see if we can get a hold of Mr. Conrad Benetti. I'm sure he's got a lot to say because he's not going down without a fight, man. This guy's a fighter.
Yeah.
Let me see here if we can get him on the phone. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Man, we've had such good luck with our Skype today, man. This has been great. I actually act like I know what I'm doing here. Marcus is like the king when it comes to this, but let me see what happens here.
It's fun.
All right, let's see here. He might be in an area that might not have service, man, because I think we got him.
What's going on, fellas?
Mr. Benetti. Man, look at this guy. Holy crap. Look at this.
It's hot out here, man. Bluebird skies, no clouds. This is this isn't what I expected here today.
What are you wearing a flannel shirt, bro?
Yeah, flannel shirt, man. That'll look good for the interview, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, are you trying to lose 20 pounds today?
I got my face covered.
Are you trying to sweat out 20 pounds today, man?
Yeah, man, a little bit. I got the face covered in case I lose, so no one knows. You know, I don't have enough selfies up on Facebook, so no one should know who I am. You know what I mean?
If you lose, are you deactivating the Facebook account too?
Everything's getting deactivated. I'm going to disappear into the shadows. That's it. I'm going to post.
Oh, well, listen, you've got to have a meme now of Jake Suvac kicking you off the ledge, like on, what is that, 300? That movie 300 when he's kicked in the hole?
300.
Yeah, that's right. Whoa. Let's hang on. We still got some time left, gentlemen.
Hey, listen, you're only 2.5 inches behind, man. You decided not to fish Fellsmere. If you wanted to...
I'm a quarter of an inch behind now.
Quarter of an inch. Wow, man.
I'm at 84.50. I think he's at 84.75.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah, you got two fish. You got a 17 and a half and a 15 1/4 back to back. It's a quarter of an inch difference.
Yep.
Dude.
Can you guys see what my smallest fish is? What is it? 15.25 or 15.75?
Yeah, the 15 1/4 you just uploaded and a 15.75. Those are your two smallest.
All right, very good. Yeah, I mean it's starting to, the bite's starting to pick up a little bit. Just can't get those ones over 20, man. I don't know what's going on. I can't do it. I just can't find those bigger bites.
Wherever you're at, there's vegetation out the yin yang down there.
Oh yeah. We're deep. We're deep over here. We're deep in, man.
I mean, I'm not saying give this exact spot, but you just want to give a generic area that you're fishing.
Down it's the Everglades. It's the Everglades. You know, last time I think I told you I was here, I had like a phenomenal day. I mean, I had a 12-pounder jump off the yak in a state monthly. I just laid her down in the boat, and I was organizing my stuff. I took the hook out, and she just springboarded right off and right back into the water.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was rough.
Oh man.
So now I got monkey grips on these things, man. They ain't going nowhere.
I don't blame you, man. Listen, I think that's a bold move, man. You know, you guys are in a battle all day long. It looks like you have great weather there. A little bit of a breeze, not too bad. But I expect the bite just to continue to be hammering here all day long, and especially the last hour. This is going to be one great matchup.
Yeah, that last hour is going to be crazy when it goes off, because that's usually when it picks up in here is that 4 to 5 window. It could get stupid. So as long as I could keep it close between now and then, or jump into a lead, I mean, but where he's at, the next cast could be a 11, 12 pound, 25-inch bass.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. You too, man. I mean, the Everglades is no joke. It's world renowned, man. Do you want to thank anybody, or you want to tell us what you're doing and bait wise, and give us what your plan is for today?
Just tossing the big swim baits for the big girls. So far, no good. In a little bit, I'll probably switch over to a Senko if the bite shuts down a little bit. I'll probably start slowing down a little bit, trying to plunk them on the head. and that's pretty much it for the day. You know what I mean? I'm in my new kayak, Pure Florida Water Sports. Hooked me up with a feel free V2 lure. Unbelievable. I love it. I absolutely
Let's
love
take a
it.
look at your yak, man.
Big upgrade from my Ascend. Big upgrade from the Ascend FS12.
Show us your yak, man. Let me see what you got.
Here.
Awesome.
I forgot my pod, so I'm taking in a little bit of water as I row. So, but I got the gravity seat. I'm comfortable as hell. Everything feels good. I forgot the pod that goes in this, so I do take a little bit of water in, but the drainage system on this is great, so it just drains right out.
You know, we were talking about all these fishermen today, and Conrad, I'll be honest with you, man. It's a different tone. It's a different look. Everybody has their game face on. I think really the anglers are really understanding how intense this competition can be. It just the stakes get higher and higher as we go up. Now, and granted, it's not a lot of money, guys. We're only talking about a pot of like $1,280 split between 8 anglers, but it's more than just the money being paid out. It's notoriety, it's recognition, it's respect in the community, and you only get more coverage as you go along. And to me, that's an intrinsic value that these anglers are not taking for granted. And as I said, I mean, I can't see your face, but I can see your face that you have your game face on too, man. And you're coming to play this morning.
Oh yeah, I mean, it ain't about the money. I mean, we put our name on this. I mean, we're out in the open to fail in front of a lot of eyes. I obviously put a target on my back. I mean, I told Suvak, I said, "You're kayak Jesus. I got to take the role of the villain on this one."
Well, you're doing a pretty good job,
I mean,
man.
I'm going to take the villain. And he was okay with that. So I said, you know what? Just go with it, man. Just go with it. I said, well, for entertainment purposes, I said, but don't get me wrong. I'm going to try to take your soul Saturday, but don't get offended. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's a real cool cat, man. Another cool cat.
Yeah, man. It's so cool seeing friendships being developed through this competition, man, and the respect that everyone has for each other as anglers, and it's just been incredible, man. I mean, what a great event this has really turned out to be.
Definitely. I mean, I'm definitely not as douchey when I'm in private one-on-one with people. So, you know.
Oh, did we just get a little inside the heart look at Conrad Benetti?
A slight bit. If I advance, there'll be plenty more to come. So I'm hoping, man.
Well,
I'm hoping.
I'm telling you, man, everybody has a respect for you, man. They see what you do in Florida. As I said, everybody I've talked to and am seeing comments, man. I mean, all memes aside, they respect the crap out of you, man. And, they're looking for big performers out of you today.
Yeah, I'm trying. Let's see what happens, guys. I appreciate the time. Let me get back at it.
Good luck.
All right, guys. Have a good day. Be good.
Care.
Later.
All right. That was Mr. Conrad Benetti. And he's coming. Full blast, man. All right, let's see here. Todd, are you still with me, bud? Let's see. May have lost Todd. Maybe not. I don't know. But that's okay. Todd, if you're there. If not, we'll move on. But man, what a matchup we've got! What a matchup we've got going on right there, man. That's phenomenal. It's close. I mean, what we got? A quarter inch apart between the two of those guys. I want to go over the matchups here real quick. So our matchups this morning, we have a Sweet 16. There's 8 matchups going on. We've got Jake Suvak versus Conrad Benetti out of the top of the East bracket. We also have Daniel Perry versus Doug Wilson on the bottom half of the East bracket. And then we've got Joe Douglas taking on Mr. Kennan in the bottom of the South bracket. And then we have Marcus Coates, who is tearing up the leaderboard right now, taking on Jeff Isham from Texas. That is going to fulfill the left side of the bracket. The right side of the bracket we've got going on is Jonathan Pepin versus Thomas Gent at 64.5 inches. Jonathan Pepin is taking on 92.75 inches. And that's going to be a great matchup, but Jonathan's coming out firing. The bottom half of the North bracket, we've got Mr. Matt Leninson at 38.5 inches, taking on Patrick Tharp at 83.5 inches right now. And then the bottom half of that bracket is our West bracket. and that is Mr. Derek Brundle taking on Matt Frentress from Texas. That is going to be a great matchup to take a look at. And then the bottom half of the West bracket to wrap up the Sweet 16, we have Mr. Marty Hughes taking on Rolando Nandon from Texas. Those are your matchups today, guys. To take a look at what we're doing, it's pretty incredible. But these guys are doing awfully well. Let's see, Todd, you still with us, buddy? I don't know if he's with us, but all right. Let me see if I can get. I'm gonna see if I can get Mr. Jen on the phone and see if I can get him on Skype here. Let's see here. I hear Todd. Todd, you there? Yeah, are
Hello?
you there, man? Okay,
Yeah, I'm here, man.
I need you turn on your camera, man. It looks like everything's shut off.
Oh, my apologies. Let's see here. How about now?
Let me see here. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get Mr. Jen on the phone.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had a phone call right there, and I couldn't really ignore it. It was
no
important.
problem.
So.
No problem.
Yeah, it looks like the bite's starting to heat up. We're up to 51 fish caught so far.
It is starting to heat up there, man. All right, let's see if I can get Mr. Gent.
Marty Hughes just upgraded with a 17 1/4.
Very cool.
Derek Brundle, man, struggling with 3 fish. He's usually got a limit quick.
Let's see.
And Joe Douglas just put up 2 fish, 15 1/4 and 14. He got 29 1/4.
Wow. All right, here we go. I found him. I had to use his different add-on here. All right, let me see if I can get a hold of him. He's got a huge fan base out of Maine. A little bit behind right now, Mr. Pepin, but let's see if we can get Mr. Jen on the phone. As I said, we've had pretty good luck today.
Yep.
Looks like may not be going through here. Of course, who knows what the coverage is up there,
Yeah, because I think this is the first time he's fished this lake during this event.
Yeah.
So
if not, we're going to try his cell phone. Yeah, he's unavailable. Let's try to give him a call on his cell phone here.
Hello.
Mr. Thomas Jett.
Yes.
Hey, it's Greg Nosar from KBBT. How you doing, buddy?
All right. How are you?
Good, man. Trying to get you on Skype. Couldn't get you on Skype, so I'm calling you, man. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Well, dude.
It's a little hard bites right now.
What? I mean, you're doing pretty decent right now with 64.5 inches. That's not too bad, man.
Yeah, I lost a couple earlier. I probably would have already had my 5, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm still cracking it out here.
Well, as I said, you're one of the guys that has the biggest fan base, and we've already had a lot of comments going on. with your family and friends, and they're rooting for you, man. But you have your hands full. Jonathan Pepin is 92.75 inches. And, when you see that kind of number getting put up on the board early, what's your thoughts?
It just makes me have to fight that much more. I knew he was going to do pretty decent today. I mean, he's been on the smallies the last, 2-3 weeks, so he's on a hot spot. So I just know that I got my battle cut out for me and got to do what I can do.
That's all, exactly. You can't control what the other fisherman does. All you can control is what you're doing. But what's your weather like up there? It looks like it's going to be about 56, 60 degrees, what I saw up in Maine today.
Yeah, it's sunny. The wind's blowing. Just trying to fight that, basically. But no rain. It's supposed to be, I think, maybe hit 60 or so. But I don't know about where I'm at. It might get, mid-50s. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
What are you throwing this morning?
I threw a little bit of everything. I went from bladed jigs to paddle tails. I did a Ned rig a couple times, but with the wind, it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah.
Spinner baits. Been back and forth from basically the bladed jig and the paddle tail. That's the two I've been catching them on back and forth. I haven't got anything on the spinner bait yet.
Now, you said you were fishing a pond near your house there. About how big is that pond?
I think it's around 75 to 85 acres.
Okay, pretty small. Yep.
Yeah, it's good size. I mean, for a pond around here, not a lot of people come out here. That's what's nice about it. But with the wind, it comes right from the ocean, so you're close to it, and it just rips right down the middle of it.
Oh, I got you. No, I hear you, man. It rips right through you, too.
Yeah.
Well, very good, man. I mean, is there anything that you want to say, any people that you want to thank, and talk about, what kayak they're fishing in and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I just want to give all my friends and family thanks for supporting me and everything. My girlfriend for the biggest support. I mean, she puts up with me coming out here and all that. Fishing out of the 2018 Hobie PA-14. Like I said, it's been doing pretty good. Just got to battle the wind and everything. But Vector hooks, support them a lot with their hooks. They got some outstanding hooks that I use a lot of my jigs and everything. But for the most part, just family and friends. Keep rooting. Hopefully, I can do this.
Yeah, man. Well, you got a lot of people cheering for you. Listen, we were talking to a lot of anglers this morning, and Thomas, everybody has the same mindset going into it. It just seems like it hit them this morning that this is more than just the competition now. They understand the severity of what they're doing, and I think the gravity of the situation really set in, and everybody's got their game face on. What were your thoughts this morning when you launched?
Oh, I had the butterflies going. I knew, like I said, I knew it was going to be tough going up against Pepin. I just knew that I had to get out here and at least get the 5 fish up on the board, which I'm still shy one, but I plan on getting it and then maybe start calling this afternoon. Hopefully the water temperatures will, warm up a little bit. They're about 51 degrees right now. But if I can, just find them. I found a couple, smaller ones, but I just haven't really found those large ones yet. So
Yeah. Well, as I said, man, you've got a lot of people willing you on, man, and I'm sure you're feeling that, and they're very proud of you, of what you're doing so far, man. You're making Maine look proud. You and your buddy Jason Gardner have really put that state on the map when it comes to bass fishing, and that's a big responsibility, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. We've had over 22,000 views since we started this tournament. 27,000 engagements. That's a lot of eyes, brother.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not only friends and family. It's it's also everybody else out there watching and seeing what's going on. Another thing, Maniac Anglers, I want to get a shout out to those guys. Jason Garner, like I said, he's the one that got me into this last year. So it's my first year, but man, I tell you what, I never thought I'd fish out of a kayak. I've always been a big boat fisherman, but being out here by yourself, it's a whole new world. You don't have to worry about, a partner in a boat or anything like that. So you're on your own and give it what you can do. So
yeah,
shout out to all those guys there here in Maine.
Well, good stuff, man. You keep on grinding, man. We're looking forward to seeing your name jump up the leaderboard and just Hey, man, make it close, man. We want to see that battle.
All right, bud.
All right, man. Take care. Be safe.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Grinding, man. He's grinding. That's all you can do, man.
Yeah, I didn't really say anything because I knew it was calling through the phone. I didn't know if he'd be able to hear me, but it's a really good start. The 18.5-inch fish is going to go a long way for him. So, like I said, it's still early. We're at 11 o'clock. We're 4 hours in for the East Coast guys, so we're not even to halfway yet. If he can get on an afternoon bite after that water gets a little warmer and he can find more of those 18.5, 19s, he's going to be right there contending with John. So, kudos to him. Grind like he's got his head down. He's throwing that bladed jig and some paddle tails, and hopefully works out for him.
Let's give our buddy Mr. Derek Brundle a call. See if he's available to take our call. He usually answers the phone pretty quickly. See how his morning's shaping out. He looks like he has, 3 fish on the board, if I'm not mistaken?
I'm doing a refresh. Yep, 3 fish.
All right.
3 fish, 43.75. He's got basically, honestly, a dink fest going on.
Let's listen. He's kind enough to answer if he's doing well or if he's struggling. I don't say he's struggling, but he's definitely doing a little bit lower than he did the last 2 weeks. But let's give him a call.
Yep.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
Can you see me okay?
Come up here just 1 second.
What's up, Derek?
What's happening, Todd? How are you, buddy?
Good, man. We're rooting for you. You got a little dink fest going on out there, hoping that you can find some bigger fish, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm on a way to make a move
there you
right
go.
Now. My regular spot has been absolutely blown out. It's blowing like 35. I was in like 3-footers. I'll send you guys a video of it in a little while. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I was taking waves right over the top of the motor guide. So yeah, I mean, I got, 3 or 4 little ones. I forget, 3, I think. So
yep.
I'm going up to, I'm going to go hit that little pocket I put Brad Case away the other day.
Uh-oh.
Get in that pocket with the spinnerbait and see if they're still there. They should be.
Nice. Kind of weather you got up there?
Right now, this is the best weather I've had other than 30 mile an hour winds. It's 60 degrees out, bright and sunny. So this is a complete 180 from any time I fished a tournament since April started. It's been snowing, raining, sleet, blowing 30, 40, 50 every single day. But today I don't even see a cloud up in the sky.
How long's your move from lake to lake that you're putting on right now?
This Silverado's pretty fast, dude. You know what I mean? It's got the big V8 in it, so hopefully I don't get any speeding tickets. But I got this guy in front of me, of course, it's doing 40 and a 55.
The worst.
Pass him because Cape Cod traffic is terrible. But I'm going off Cape now. I'm going back up to Plymouth, and almost got rear-ended. That was cool. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm going to go out to Plymouth. I should be there probably, 20 minutes on the water and 30. And probably have a fish or 2 in the live well by 40 minutes from now.
How many tournaments are you fishing today? I see your cards are usually pretty stacked.
Yeah, you know me, man. I got my hand in everything. So I'm fishing, I want to say 5.
Wow.
Plus this one.
Wow.
I mean, KBF monthly, any Bassin monthly, any Bassin grudge match, Big 5 from Maine that Jason Gardner puts on, and what else I got? One other one, I forget exactly what it is. It's a good thing I don't have to remember, and they're all on the card.
That's right, man. That's so when you get on the lake, I mean, are you going to immediately go to the jerkbait, or are you going to go try that spinnerbait in that pocket first thing?
Yeah, I'm going straight to that pocket. I mean, I can literally see it right from where I park. So literally I could be on the water and have 2 casts in the water in like 5 minutes probably. So, I dumped in up there last week, and Marcus called me back. 5 minutes after I was on the water, I hooked up immediately and then just started catching them. So The place I'm going to is my bailout place. I did a like an MLF style event up there 2 weeks ago and put up like 400 inches. So
Wow.
it's loaded. It's loaded. So we're gonna go there and see if we can bail ourselves out. If not, there's a lake almost across the street. I could probably put the wheels on the yak and run down the road with it and get back into another spot right away. But I think we'll be all right when we get to the next place.
Well, Matt hasn't showed anything on the board yet, but that doesn't mean anything. Usually he's a late poster, with his cell phone service in Texas. I have no idea what's going on in Texas. Those boys just doesn't seem to have any cell phone signal out there, man. It's like it's weird.
Yeah, I talked to Jamie. I talked to Jamie Broad for a while last night after the broadcast, and I know he said he was going out and he knew where was it Rodney Kennan going, and there's no service there. I know that, but he said the fishing is on and expect a lot of inches out of him. So, yeah, so it could be ugly come down that way. I see Marcus is killing it.
Yes, he is.
Though.
He started out on a frog bite. He's never fished a frog in his life, and he put up 93 on it. It's incredible.
Love it. I love it.
Fun stuff, man. And, it's amazing how long we've been fishing. You are always learning, man.
Oh, absolutely. The day that I stopped learning or the day that I stopped having fun doing this, I just stopped fishing. Period.
That's exactly right, man. As I said, this is what's so cool about this format, man. There's 16 different anglers fishing 16 different ways. It's just so cool, man. 16 different areas. You can learn from anybody. If you're not learning from this, man, you need to wake up, man. This is so cool.
Monster alert.
Uh-oh.
Conrad Benetti puts up a 21-incher to go to 90 and a quarter.
No.
Nice.
Wow. We just got done talking to Conrad, and he was very confident in what he's doing. He made a huge move getting away from Fellsmere, going down to the Everglades, because he thought he can get bigger monster bass down there, and it's paying off.
Well, I tell you what, those Florida bass, they're angry, man.
Yeah.
They have angry fish down there. I'll tell you what, they have, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they got issues.
we were talking to some anglers today, first thing in the morning, and, like we've been talking to all the anglers, it just seemed like it had a little bit different feel this morning, being in the Sweet 16. It kind of the stakes were raised a little bit, and, again, it's not a money thing by any means, but it's just a notoriety thing and a competition. This is what drives all of us, is competition. And a lot of guys had butterflies in their stomach a little bit. Now, you've been doing this for a little bit of time. What was your thoughts this morning when you launched and the feeling you got that you're in the Sweet 16 this morning taking on a monster down in Texas?
Oh, every time I launch, even just fishing the monthlies, I get butterflies, man. This is like 100% what I live for. I mean, I by the grace of God, my wife hasn't divorced me yet because I'm such a junkie. You know what I mean? Like, every time I get on the water, it's just, I don't know if it's nervous butterflies, it's just excitement butterflies. And sometimes I get choked up, and, every day unfortunately last year I lost my sister, and I keep her memorial card with me on every time I go on the water. She keeps me safe, and we say a little prayer together before we get fishing. And, so she's with me every time, and I think that kind of calms me down from those nerves that start off at the beginning of the day. And, like I said, man, when I stop getting nervous or I stop learning or it's not fun, I'm just going to stop altogether.
Oh, no question, man. And this is all for fun, man. But, we're competitive by nature, and you're right, man. It's just awesome. Every time you dip your paddle in the water, man, there's something always at stake, and it's just so cool. Is that the that was the Cape Cod Bridge? Is that the Cape Cod golf course off to your right? Did you just pass the Cape Cod golf course off to your right, past that bridge?
I just went over the Sagamore Bridge on the Cape Cod.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
I'm in Plymouth now. I'm not going to tell you how fast I'm going on the highway, but I'm passing a lot of cars.
Well, listen, my mom's from Fitchburg, man, Western Mass there, and as I said, Massachusetts has a special place in my heart. And to be honest with you, I would have never thought that you guys had bass up there like you're catching now.
Oh, man, I love that because everybody says the same thing. Jamie Broad says it to me almost every time I talk. Cape Cod and bass don't go together. Well, I'll tell you what, there is some incredible fishing out here. Freshwater, saltwater, doesn't matter. That's one of the greatest things. I mean, I literally live, like, I could see a brackish river from my house, and the striped bass come up in there in the spring, and it's nothing to take your bass gear down there with a popper and go in there and catch, 100 striped bass from 18 inches to 25 pounds, in a 3 or 4 hour period down there. With all the tournaments going on lately, I haven't had a chance to get down there, but I know they're out there because I was watching the birds work last night. Yeah, I mean, this whole area is incredible. Hunting, fishing, we got huge bucks up here. Incredible turkey hunting, incredible fishing. It's awesome up here. It's a little rural, so you got to be creative, but this town that I'm in now, Plymouth, is where I grew up, and there's literally 365 ponds in Plymouth. We used to joke about it, like you can literally fish a different lake every single day of the year if you want to. I've been fishing here my whole life, and I moved to the next town over when I moved back from up north, and I still come here as much as I can because it's such a great place. I mean, quote unquote, where the Pilgrims landed. I mean, I'm 5 minutes from the Plymouth Rock down in downtown Plymouth. I mean, the history is incredible here, and the outdoors and the fishing and hunting is as well.
It's a great area to visit. I mean, I'd say second behind New Orleans is the best food that you'll ever eat, man. Right there in Cape Cod, it's amazing chow. It's so good. Fresh seafood coming out, man. It just doesn't get any better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of fortunate. Most of my buddies, and I started off as a commercial fisherman until my daughter was born, and then I had to get a real job. I mean, most of my buddies are lobstermen and still a commercial fisherman, tuna fisherman. So, fresh seafood is number one, free for me. And number two, readily available. Like I said, I mean, the fishing up here is incredible. You can go down to the Cape Cod Canal and catch, 30, 40, 50 pound stripers right from shore, no problem, with a big spinning rod and a plug, or a Sebile Magic Swimmer or something like that. It's incredible, man.
One thing I like about there is, like, the Cape Cod, the actual the bay of the Cape there, man. You can sit there right on shore and watch the albacore come in and just take top water plug and just have a blast catching albacore right offshore there, man. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We catch bluefin tuna on spinning gear out here on top water plugs. 2 miles off the beach. It's incredible. Like I said, the fishing here is amazing. And any given day you can sit on the beach, Plymouth or Cape Cod, anywhere, and see a whale swim by. I mean, literally whales swim across and hang out in the bay all the time. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we'll check back in with you a little later, man. Just launch and get that pocket, man. Throw some fish on the board, man. You're going to need every inch today, I think, to take down Matt.
Oh, I definitely agree with you. I'm about 6 minutes away right now, so I'll be back on the water in 15 and hopefully have a few in the boat by 20 past.
All right, man. Sounds good, man. Well, be safe out there, buddy.
Good luck, Derek.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Take care, man. Thanks for the call.
Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go. Derek Brundle, a little road trip with Derek Brundle, man. We'll call that segment. That was, yeah, man. I mean, look, even the pros like that, man. When you're struggling, you just gotta go find fish, man. The old adage is, never leave fish to find fish. Well, sometimes if there's no fish, you gotta go find the fish, and that's what he's gonna do, man. And we've seen pictures of that pocket that he's posted on social media. It's just a little, like, back cove, and he caught 9 big bass out of there last time. It's his go-to spot. So, hey, he's hunting. He's doing everything he can right now.
Yeah, and we actually watched him. He moved last week. So, it's nothing for Derek to load that new canoe up with that Motor Guide XI3 and hit up a different spot. So he's going to be out there. That fishing platform that he has is, in my opinion, arguably the best fishing setup on the market right now for kayak bass fishing. I'm not with New Canoe, but everything I've seen with Cody Milton and Derek Brundle having their setups, I've never seen anything like it. That's hard to beat.
No. I mean, it's just incredible. It's just so fun to watch. Again, all these makers of kayaks, competing, and it's very diverse setups we got going on. But man, I tell you, this is just cool, man. Let me look here. Let's just kind of do a leaderboard rundown. Marcus Coast still leads us at 93.75 inches. Jonathan Pepin, 92.75. Like you said, Conrad Benetti is now in the lead against Jake Zuvak with 90.25. Jake is at 84.75. Marty Hughes, 83.75. Patrick Tharp at 83.5. Thomas Jett is working. He's grinding. He's got a lot to catch up in, but he's going to do it. He's 5 fish on the board is what he's looking for right now. And then Cole later, 64.5. Joe Douglas is now 46 inches. And then Derek Brundle, as we talked just a few seconds ago, he's moving spots. He's got 3 fish on the board. Matt Lenenson has 38.5. And Mr. Kinnan is now on the board at 16.75. And we've got 5 guys without fish. And, I mean, look, again, Daniel Perry, Doug Wilson, both of them do not have any fish on the board yet. I don't know what's going on. As I said, those guys could be just holding back their fish right now and posting later. We talked to Rolando and Nandon. Actually, well, let's do this. Let's give Rolando a call real quick and see if he'll pick up. I was able to Skype him a little bit this morning, but hopefully he's got service out there. Let's see if we can get him on the line here. Hold on one second. This will be our last caller of the day on the morning segment, and then we'll get back with all the rest of the anglers. I want them to catch some fish here, so we have something to talk about. So let me see if we can get Mr. Rolando. This will be Rolando Nandon's Skype debut here on KBBT. He has not been able to get a hold of us on Skype, but hopefully he'll pick up and we can get a hold of him. And you get to see the mysterious man, Rolando, on the line. All right, let's see. It looks like it's patching through. He's on the very... I think he's on. There we go,
Craig.
Rolando.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yes.
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
There is the debut of Mr. Rolando Nandon from San Antonio, Texas. How you doing, buddy? Oh, we must have lost him.
We got a little overzealous. I saw him briefly.
That's Texas, man. I cannot believe how bad their cell phone service is out there. It's unbelievable.
Hey, I got a little scoreboard update there for you. Thomas Gent said, "Not so fast, Mr. Pepin." I got 17 inches here too. So he's got 81.5 inches. He's got his 5 fish limit, and he's sitting 11.25 inches behind John.
Well, there you go, man. Good stuff. Let's see if we can get Mr. Nandon on the phone again. As I said, it's tough cell phone signals out there. All right, let's see. Try this one more time. All right, should be popping through. Looks like he was fighting wind too. There we go.
Hey,
yeah, we
can you hear me?
Can you hear us? All right, man.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we got him.
Yeah, I'm fighting some wind right now, and I bent one of these fins, so I had to take it off.
No. What did you?
Yeah, no, I haven't been able. I've caught one, and I've hooked on the 2. They just nibbing or just getting the back of the trebles, and they're not staying pinned. So I've lost already 2 keepers, and nothing big, but two that I can put on the
Wow.
board.
Well, listen, man. Marty Hughes is catching fish, man, and we had a live feed with him, and he caught I think 2 or 3 fish right there, man, on air. And he's like, "Hey, watch this! I'll catch one here. Catch one here." He's putting it on the clinic, man. It was incredible.
Yeah, I bet, man. I got to get to it right now. This morning was not good, and it hasn't been either. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it'll pick up. Usually around 11, I usually have good luck, but I don't know. I've gone through 2-3 of my spots that are usually pretty good, and nothing. So
Well, man, behind
What do
Thomas,
you
behind
throwing
Thomas
it?
Jet, you have the largest fan base, man. The pride of Texas is huge, man, and you're representing South
yeah,
Texas, and man, you have absolutely put on a show the last 2 weeks. But let me say this, man, you're in the Sweet 16. We talked to a lot of the anglers already, and it was just a different feel this morning that they had when they launched their kayaks. It just seemed like it was real to them. What was your thought, man, when you launched your kayak this morning going against Marty Hughes?
man. Today was probably the one day that I felt the most pressure. I got here early. Usually the last 2 events, I got out here around 8:30. I got here really early, and I was kind of ready to launch just because I wanted to get out here before the crowd. And man, I was more nervous than I have been the past couple of days, past couple of matchups. And so I don't know if it's just the nerves getting to me right now, but I'm just going to try to forget that I'm in a tournament and just try to go do what I know what to do.
Exactly. I mean, it's a complete mental game. Fishing is 100% mental, man, and it's just making the right decisions. But I'll be honest with you, man. Marty Hughes is cranking up the pressure on you, man. It's going to be interesting how you respond.
Yeah, I got to find them. I know they're here. It's just to get them to bite. The wind's picking up, so I'm hoping that's going to work in my favor right now. It was pretty dead calm earlier, so the wind just picked up.
You want to tell us where you're fishing, or you want to leave that a secret?
Oh, no, I came out to Dunlop again, and just because everything opened up, so I figured I was like, maybe there's not going to be that many people. All the other parks are opening up, so they'll leave this place alone. And I took a chance, but last time I was out here, it was kind of a risk because there was a lot of jet skis and some recreational stuff going on. And I was like, man, I hope I didn't make the wrong decision. And I was thinking about going up to Choke Canyon or down to Choke Canyon, and I decided not to. It's just hard because I don't have a kayak of my own, so I'm just kind of, trying to feel things out as the weekends come by.
Now, you were fishing with Falcon Lake the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I went to Falcon Lake with a buddy of mine, and it was really windy, and I was like, man, not being on my kayak and not really knowing the lake too much, I just decided not to go. I ended up coming back.
Well, we know what kind of fisherman you are, man. Throwing up 103 inches in the 90s again last week, man. We have full confidence in you, man. Hopefully that evening bite catches on for you, and you can make a run out of Marty Hughes's. He just puts numbers up on the board, man.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there calling. You need your 5, man. But it's gonna be a great matchup, I think, through the remainder of the day.
Yeah, I should have 2 on the board right now, but I'm gonna make some adjustments, see what happens, and I'm just gonna, try to get 5 right now, and then eventually I'll start looking for them big ones.
Yeah, Rolando, you're fishing right outside of San Antonio right now?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I come down there a lot for work. I go down to Seguin and to San Antonio a lot, and I go to Laredo, Texas too. So I know Falcon Lake a little bit.
Yeah, Falcon Lake is legendary, man. That place, it's just super low. The last time I went, it was so low, and just was kind of hard. So I hadn't been down there in a while. I just didn't feel confident staying over there. So I was just like, no, I'll just go where I know right now, and until I get my own kayak and I start getting out, I'll feel a little more comfortable. But without electronics, I have some electronics that my buddy has here, but I'm really just using it for depth more than anything else right now.
Well, listen, any of you kayak,
what's your water temperatures?
Any of you kayak manufacturers out there, get this man a kayak. Listen, he needs to be sponsored by a kayak manufacturer right now. He needs his own kayak so he can get up on this in May tournament and really tear some people up, man.
Yeah, I have the money's burning a hole in my pocket. I have it there. I just haven't. I've been waiting to see what the new one, the 2021s. I hate to buy a 2020, and then I'm like, man, they just came out. They're about to. Well, last year they put, they announced them on July, I think, of 2020, and we're not too far. So I'm kind of, holding off a little bit, but I may just have to pull the trigger on one.
Well, listen, we wish you the best of luck, man. We're going to watch you all day long, man. You are a heavy favorite here, to take the biggest bag of the 16. So get to work, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Take
Appreciate
care,
it, guys.
Be safe out there.
There he is, man. Again, Rolando's debut on KBBT. We finally got to talk to him in person and not just the voice, man. He's running a little nervous, man. he's a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he seems like he's a little flustered. He said that he was feeling pretty nervous, and nerves will get you, but he'll settle down. He's still the Central Time Zone. It's 10:15 a.m. there. Been on the water for a little over 3 hours. He's got plenty of time to go. He's just gonna settle down and he's gonna catch fish today. I got confidence in him.
Well, Todd, that was 2 hours of content, man. 2 hours and 15 minutes of pure fishing content. What a great morning. Great start we have this morning. Mr. Kennan puts up another bass on the board. He's at 34.75 right now. And it looks like, Thomas Jett, 81 and a half there, man. So I guess he's filled his bag, right? He's got 5?
Yeah, he's got 5. He just submitted that 17-incher, so he's got two nice fish that are going to help propel him, but he's got to get rid of those 15s, 15 quarter and 15 and 3/4 for sure.
Marcus Coates is our morning leader at 93.75 on the frog bite. Bolt move paid off. And again, Conrad Benetti going down to the Everglades. You had full confidence in his ability to beat Jake Suvak. 90.5. Jonathan Pepin up in UP in Michigan putting up a show again, 90.75. It's going to be a great day. Watch the leaderboards all day, guys. We're going to be back probably around the 3 p.m. Eastern time frame. We'll give him about another hour coverage. We'll turn off the leaderboard at 4 o'clock, and then we'll have the awards reveal. Basically the reveal show at 8 o'clock tonight. It's 8 p.m. Eastern, and give these guys some time to get back and all that good stuff. So, going to be a great day. It's already panning out to be a wonderful day. Todd, do you have anything you want to say before we leave, buddy?
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing how this afternoon bite picks up. I know up here in Michigan, we went overcast since the start of the show. So weather's changing out there. Wind's picking up. And like Rolando said, he's been hoping for wind, and he's finally starting to get it. So he thinks it's going to help turn his bite on. It might turn some bites off, might turn some bites on. Weather could be moving in for Marty Hughes, it looks like, but everywhere else looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day. So just looking forward to seeing what happens this afternoon. Everybody tune in to the Attorney X live leaderboard and check this out throughout the day. We'll be back with you guys at 3 p.m. Eastern time to do a quick little recap leading into the final crucial 2 hours of fishing.
Well, all I can say, listen, man, we're just guys with a computer and internet, and I'll be honest with you, I'm very proud of what we're putting out for these guys. Listen, go check us out on YouTube, go check us out on Twitch, and here on Facebook. Please like us over at YouTube. We need to get a subscriber base up there. Don't forget, also, we have the $200 gift card giveaway that we're doing tomorrow. We'll do a special broadcast for the gift card giveaway. There's instructions what we need to do. Invite your friends to the page. Just go to KBBT, invite your friends to our page, and then go subscribe over at YouTube at Kayak Bass Bracket Tour, and then go over to Instagram at KBBT Fishing and subscribe there for us, and we're like us, whatever you do at Instagram. I think it's subscribe or follow. I think it's what it is. And again, we're just trying to build our social media pace. And again, just write the word done in that post, and we will randomly draw a $200 gift card, not for you, but for your spouse, who's well-deserving. So, or your friend or your mom or dad, whoever you want to use it for, it's up to you. But anyway, I think it's just a good thank you for allowing these guys, spending time on the water. And we're going to have a bunch of fun, guys. This has been fantastic. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support, the comments, the love. It's been fantastic. And again, all we're doing is just trying to showcase fishing, just keeping it that simple. Our niche is fishing. It's kayak fishing. Love it. And it's been awesome. 2 hours of actually now 2.5 hours of content. Can't beat it, man. What a great Saturday morning. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you around 3 o'clock. Todd, thank you again, buddy. Always love working with you, man. And our boy Marcus is leading it, man. So let's see what happens.
And Jake Suvek, right before we go off the air, upgrades again. He has got 86 1/4. Conrad Benetti 90 1/2. That might be the matchup of the afternoon.
That matchup of the afternoon right there. All right, man. We'll see you guys later. Take care.